Hello friends, welcome to session 10 on isometric projection. We are doing the main problems itself here and we'll continue with that. See here, this is a problem where individually we have already done in session 1 to session 5. That means the problem here is the bottom solid will be a cylinder, top solid will be a rectangular pyramid. These things have already been done. Okay, in that way, first you do this cylinder of ISO 100 and thickness 20, and then do this frustum of that is rectangular pyramid 40 into 25 base and height 50 in the same screen. Okay, once you do this, the problem says this rectangular pyramid sits centrally on cylinder. Okay, that is why what you do is move with respect to this C so that this C and this C coincide. Okay, in that way you move this. Now, now the problem is you have to concentrate on the visibility. When two solids are placed one above the other, top solid, as you know, it's a rectangular pyramid, bottom solid is a cylinder. Now the visibility is, since the pyramid is there, top surface cannot be seen because it's a point. Left surface and right surface immediately darken it. Darken the left surface, darken the right surface, back surface and all that, make it light. And then once you complete the top solid fully, then come to the bottom solid top surface first. Then this portion of the thing is obstructed by the solid, hence cannot be seen. You make it light. Then you complete this portion. Anyway, this is a curved portion, where retain it as it is. You don't have to worry. Only this portion you make it light. In that way, you already completed isometric projection of the two solids kept one above the other. That is, the top solid is a rectangular pyramid and bottom solid is a cylinder. Now, you see here, I am introducing, actually, as I said in the earlier sessions and all that, this is isometric projection. You can actually stop at this only. Okay, to make things easy in the next chapter, I am introducing you with the orthographic projection of these simple things. Okay, now let us say front view is this. When front view is this, okay, what you can see is 100 by 20 rectangle. That is, you see here, this is 100, this is 20. Okay, 20 is the height of the cylinder. When you come to the top, it is a circle. That means circle in the top view and rectangle in the front view, okay, will immediately represent the cylinder. Okay, looking at the top view itself, you'll know when it is a circle here, you should know that it's a cylinder and height is 20 or thickness 20. Okay, now you come to the second solid. Second solid is here. I have written here. Okay, you are looking from here. When you are looking from here, VP behind this is 40 and this is 25. In that way, you are this front view, once you draw this 50, this is 40, this is 25, you place it at the center. Place it at the center and draw the diagonals also. This, if you call this as OA, OB, OC, OD, in that way, they are all these slant edges of this rectangular pyramid. That is why, see carefully, looking at the front view, top view only, you should be in a position to draw isometric projection. See here, I'll repeat. The bottom solid is a cylinder. Looking at circle in the top view and rectangle in the front view with that is 20 as the height, you will know that it's a cylinder of diameter 100 and height 20 or thickness 20. And looking at front view and top view of the second object, that is the top object, it is 40 by 25 rectangular pyramid of size 50. Okay, in that way you have completed not only isometric projection but also orthographic projection. Next, you see here, this is a good problem where you have to concentrate. See here, if you carefully observe in this problem, okay, the top solid, if you see here, it is a hemisphere, what we already done. That is radius 25 And in the top view, it should be a circle of diameter 50 or radius 25. Okay. Now you see here, it is looking at the bottom solid. Bottom solid, if you see, can you see here, it is 80 by 60 is the bottom surface. Okay, 80 by 60 bottom surface and 60 by 40 is the top surface, and you have slant edges here. That means it is a frustum of rectangular pyramid. See here, 80 by 60 is the bottom surface and 60 by 40 is the top surface, is a frustum of rectangular pyramid, okay, with apex removed and all that. Looking at this, you will know very well the top solid is hemisphere, bottom solid is a frustum of a rectangular pyramid. Okay, now you do this. This is 80 by 60, 80 by 60 bottom solid, then 60 by 40 top solid. This we have done already in the sessions 1 to 5, and height is 55 also. You do this frustum of rectangular pyramid, you make it ready. Now, as you see here, on this, if you look at that, this C to C is a combined axis, no, C is an isometric edge which is parallel to one of the vertical edges of the principal solid. This is isometric. Since this C to C we have already done, but this C to C also will be not 25, but actually it will be C to C will be 25 iso. Okay. In that way, what I'll do is C to C I'll take iso 25. Okay, iso 25. Now this hemisphere iso 50, CR center, true 25 are tangential to ellipsis radius. I already made it. Okay, I've already made the hemisphere. Now what you do is this has to be moved, so that moved with respect to C, so that this C catches with this C, and you should know that this C to C is iso 25 and this is true 25. Okay, once you do this, you see here, this is perfectly done. More or less, it is completed. Now, the only thing is the visibility is left over. Visibility is left over. Your top solid, top surface, you darken it. May these things, everything, you retain it as it is. Once the top solid is placed here, the bottom solid, top surface you concentrate. This back portion and all that you can't see. You split here, make this portion light. And left surface, right surface, you have it as it is. In that way, you have made it light here. This isometric projection is completed in all respect. Okay. Isometric projection is completed in all respect. Now you see here, I'm introducing you with orthographic projection also. Actually, I told you in the examination for isometric projection, you can actually stop at this. Okay, and this is the introduction about the next chapter. When they'll give the front view either this way or this way. If the front view is this way, the front view will be this way and top view will be this way. And if you see here, okay, this is 60. This is 60. Can you see here? This is 60 and this is 80. Okay, and this is 40. This is 40. Okay, this is 60. This is 60. Okay, looking at this, this will be clearly frustum of a square pyramid, frustum of a rectangular pyramid, 80 by 60 into 60 into 40, height 55. Over that you have a hemisphere which has been done here. Okay, this is orthographic projection which I have already explained. Okay. Next you see here, this is a simple problem what I'm explaining. Okay, here you have a hemisphere iso 50 and tangential to this ellipsis radius or true 25, you have drawn one hemisphere already. and you have a cone of ISO 50, ISO 50, and you have a height here. Okay. Now the problem is this cone has to be seated centrally over this. Since this is 50, this is also 50, it coincides. Okay. Now what you do? Do this separately the same screen. Okay. Move this with respect to C. In that way, it is completed here. Okay. Now, top solid, if you see here, this portion actually you have to make it light and other things will remain as it is. Now, as you see, this will be made light. Okay, this is isometric projection, and as I said, you can actually stop at this. And if you in the next chapter, they'll ask you to draw the orthographic projection of this. In that way, they'll give one front view direction either here or here. If I give the front view here, in this front view, if you show in this, if you see in this direction, how it appears has to be drawn. Now it is see clearly. This bottom solid is hemisphere. Okay, this you don't take the scale, actual dimensions only you should draw. Actual dimensions, you draw the hemisphere first, over which you draw a cone, okay, of same diameter and height 50. And for when you look from the top, okay, the common top view will be one circle, okay, circle in the top view, and front view one hemisphere and cone for entire thing, one circle will be the top view. Looking at the front view and top view, you are able to gauge that the bottom solid is a hemisphere of diameter 50 and top solid is a cone of diameter 50 alone. Okay, this is how you understand. Next you see here, there is, if you look at that, bottom solid is an hemisphere of radius 25, over which you have a sphere of diameter 60. Now, if you look at this, the bottom solid is this, top solid is this. Now, if you draw the top view of this, it is 25 means 50 diameter. And this is front view, it is a circle of diameter 60. Top view also diameter 60. Okay. Now, since this diameter is more, and when you're looking from the top, this cannot be seen. That is why this will be dotted. Okay. Now you have to concentrate on writing two solids now. The bottom solid is this is hemisphere. Top solid is sphere only. Okay. Now you make these things ready. Okay. Once you see here, this C to C is isometric. This is anyway as done. C to C when you take here, you should take 30 iso because this is an isometric line parallel to one of the principal edges. Okay. Now you see the bottom solid you complete. Then over which C to C you take iso 30. And this since spheres don't reduce, this is actual 60 only. Then move this with respect to C here. Okay. So that the sphere is rested over hemisphere centrally. Okay. Now once you do this, top solid this anyway is darkened, and the back portion of it you split it and make it that is invisible. Make it light. Okay. Make it light. This portion all that you should make it light. Now once you do this, okay, this completes the isometric projection of two solids. One is the sphere, bottom solid is hemisphere. This completes the problem. You can stop at this. As I've been telling you, if you want to draw the orthographic projection of this, you should have front view direction given. Either here they'll give or here they'll give in the next chapter. If it is in this direction here, you see the bottom solid is this. Okay, this bottom solid is this. You actual dimensions you draw this, and the top solid is diameter 60. This is 50. And when you draw the top view here, and this top view 60, when you're looking from there, this diameter is more, 60 is drawn, darken it, and this diameter is less, you make it dotted. In that way, orthographic projection is also completed. This comes to the end of session 10 on isometric projection. Thank you very much for watching.